Welcome back. It's Monday and it's time for Law 101. I'm Rob Levine from Rob Levine Associates. So previously we had talked about the statute of limitations. So if you recall, statute of limitations gives you the time that you have to either settle your lawsuit with the insurance company and sign a release, or file a lawsuit suing the defendant in that claim to stop the clock from running. In Rhode Island and Massachusetts, generally speaking, that's 3 years from the date of loss until the time you either settle or file your lawsuit. In Connecticut, it's 2 years. So what we wanted to talk today was about other types of notice. So if you have a claim against a city or town in either Rhode Island, Massachusetts, or Connecticut, there is a notice requirement that you have to provide notice to the city or town. That injury directly relates to the type of accident that occurred. So if you were injured in the street, sidewalk, highway, or bridge abutment. So for instance, you're walking down the street and the sidewalk is uneven. Let's say that the tree lifted the sidewalk and there's a 6 inch distance between the first sidewalk piece and the next, and you trip and fall. Or you're crossing the street and there's a pothole and you trip and fall. In Rhode Island, you have to provide notice within 60 days. In Massachusetts, you have to provide notice within 30 days, and Connecticut within 90 days. So from the date that the injury occurs, you in Rhode Island only have 60 days to send notice to the town, letting them know the injury occurred, exactly where it occurred, and I mean specifically. So in front of 902 Main Street on the north side of the street, in front of pole 607. If you say it happened on Admiral Street, and Admiral Street happens to be a mile long, your notice would fail. So you have to have very good specificity. In my office, we give specifics and we send a picture as to the location, showing something in the background and where the defect was, so that we're specific. There's a Rhode Island Supreme Court case that kicked out someone's notice because they weren't specific enough. So, where the accident happened and what your injuries were, your information. If you don't provide that notice within the time frame that's specific, the 30, the 60, 90, depending on the states we just covered, you would lose forever your claim against the town or city. So make sure if you have an injury that's against the city or town and it relates to a street, sidewalk, highway, or bridge abutment, you provide written notice to the town. The statute tells you who you have to actually notify. Our policy is we take the notice and we go into the town hall and we have it stamped so that when they have a machine in every town that will date and time stamp it. And then we take a copy for our record and we leave a record with them. So there's never a question as to when they received it or who received it. So that's it. That's notice. Remember, statute of limitations, you have your 3 years generally and 2 years in Connecticut, but 30, 60, and 90 days if it's against the town. Have a great day. See you next Monday, same time, same place.